How much more can we take? You know, when we witness the level of activity that we're all experiencing at this time, um, to go through a time period where we're not comfortable, um, and seeing the activity measured in the Schumann resonance hitting over 100, and to experience not being comfortable from morning to evening, and constantly experiencing what we have been experiencing. Um, if you're tuning in, Schumann resonance Kumiana spiking over 100 hertz. The activity has lasted almost a day. And the last time that we've experienced major activity in the Schumann resonance like this, we've really witnessed a major timeline collapse. You might be coming on this live stream today and you're feeling it. I'll be discussing many different symptoms that I'm experiencing, you might be experiencing. Getting to that breaking point. It's heart-based activations. You hear the birds? These are heart-based activations, and it's overwhelming. And when people hear about heart-based activations, or they have an idea about what or a fantasy feeling about this, right? It is bigly, Sharon. It's very overwhelming, and this really is achieving the dominant frequency at this time. It's quite uncomfortable. A lot of what I'm going to be discussing today, it comes from a subconscious level. So, we think we're operating and controlling reality through the conscious level, but subconscious is going to dictate 95% of the reality. Gatekeepers ringing in the ears like crazy. So it's a very powerful day. Many people are coming on the live stream right now. I'm so grateful for everyone coming on. Please click the like button if you are getting in. This message is going to help a lot of people on their journey. And I'm reading the comments as we're going along. A lot of people are experiencing the ringing. I had two experiences of the pop ringing. My ears are always ringing, but having that experience where one ear just like randomly pops off very strongly. I had a couple of those experiences in the past 24 hours. And Steph brings up dreams. I actually had a dream I don't really understand, but it was one of those dreams that, something is shifting in the subconscious, let's just say. Your life, and that's why so many people are feeling this. This is, I know you're feeling it. So many people are feeling it. People will opt out of this game. And we are at a point where it is a stalemate. We can't move forward without the change. You have a vocation. There's things you are here to experience, and until God releases that, that's why you're feeling this deep stirring. That's happening. All of this is in the subconscious. All right, so everything that we've been going through, it's kind of everything all at once. Deep emotions. Powerful feelings operate at a higher dimension of consciousness that transcends the normal matrix conscious thought. In this world, you might have been trained by mainstream society, media, all this other stuff to shove down deep emotions, especially our men. But deep emotions, this is what actually drives us to our highest calling. These powerful feelings, they are going to operate from a higher dimensional plane of consciousness that it is transcending. It is beyond the normal matrix conscious thought. And that's why a lot of what we're experiencing right now doesn't even make any sense in the rational mind. It's so powerful and it's very painful. Anna, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. You're cool, Anna. Thank you. When it comes to the reality that we're experiencing, you have to realize this. Feelings command the subconscious. It is about emotional charge, not words. Not words. Okay, and Dr. Bruce Lipton has shared that language was designed to hide feelings. All animals are able to pick up on vibration and frequency. And in this world, right, animals could do it, but like the humans aren't able to do it anymore because they're not operating correctly. This was a whole reset of the operating system. And there's only so much time. You know, there's seasons of being, you know, going through isolation. We are, you know, creatures of love. You could watch anything. You know, I go out, I go around town and, you know, in certain places, and I always see like the ducks, the ones that have the red face, and you always see and they look different. The male has more red and the female is like a little bit smaller. And they're always together. And they're always, and if you watch and if you go out in nature, this is actually the normal way. But in this society, this is why we are right now, probably, if God doesn't intervene right now, because we're feeling this right now, so we will witness this is why humanity will fail. Years ago, a couple years ago, in 2023, there might be new people to this channel, this journey. Major activity in the Schumann Resonance and the timeline. And negativity was thrown off your timeline. So, you know, I believe God could actually put love into your life through these massive shifts and make that higher timeline. We're grateful to God for everything that He rescued us from, protected us from. But now it's time to release what has been held back. And that's why we're feeling this. You're feeling this like a heart blast. And people have been up to date with the Schumann Resonance. Some people are new. I have friends in the gym that, you know, explain to me, I don't understand why I feel this way. You know, maybe you're watching me. Oh, look at me, I'm world famous. You know, it's fun. I'm just like a regular guy, you know, training and talking up with the people in my life, and they've become part of the community, and now we're world famous all over the internet. We constantly grow. I'm so grateful for everyone that clicks subscribe today, because people need to hear this, because everyday life people need to learn about this stuff, because there's so many people. Remember, deep emotions are coming to the surface. You were taught to shove these things down. You can't shove these things down any longer. Claire Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for your inspiration and updates, Michael. I'm so grateful. Thank you for being here, Claire. Thank you for the super chat. The emotional charge, not the words. All right? It's the energy behind the words. It's the emotional charge. And I'm sure many of you are feeling emotionally charged like never in your life. And you have this feeling like it must change, otherwise there's no reason for you to exist anymore. This is how potent this energy is. And please share this video today, because it's going to help people. We are part of the world. And when it comes to going out into the world, what we are experiencing is via emotions and sensations. Words are secondary. It's all about this heart space, okay? How many people, you know, I'm communicating with a good friend of mine. He's 1,000 miles away, and he feels the same thing. We're all feeling this right now. That's why everyone should pray today. Pray for our brothers and sisters, because it is too much. How much more can our people handle? I'll ask God directly, as I'm the mayor, right? Mayor Mike, the spiritual mayor. How much more can our people handle, right? Emotions and sensations are what guides us, and the words are secondary. Feeling is the direct communication. It is the intuition. You are supposed to feel, feeling, intuition. This is the direct communication, not this rational stuff, not the subconscious programs that you were given from society. That's why it's all being eradicated right now. Do you feel it? There's so many people. Like yesterday, I was on our tremendous Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook. I was reading all the comments on Facebook. You know, I'm here, I'm there, I'm getting the pulse of society through, you know, these communications. And so many people are feeling this right now. You could click the like, share this video today, because so many people are feeling this right now. And we have to have an understanding. How are we going to forge forward through this? It's your nervous system. That's why it's not, it's your nervous system. It's fried. Bay Area believer, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful. Thank you for always being here since the beginning, Bay Area. I love you, brother. I love you. I know you're even further away than my friend. You're probably feeling the same thing. We're all feeling the same thing. You know, a lot of people, you know, and you know, the pain that the divine masculine has walked for years post 2020. And when does it change? Right? And that's why you got to hear this, okay? You're not dealing with disrespect anymore. If you see disrespect in your everyday life, you got to cancel it out. You got to realize that you're worthy. You got to realize it now. Otherwise, what are we living for? We're here for our love, for our dreams, for our passions. Not to be a matrix battery. Not to keep looping the same reality over and over again. Okay? This massive shift, and again, this is why we are given these additional spikes. You see that massive spike on the chart there, and to feel that, people feel this. Like, you might be well-versed on this, but then I talk to people that, you know, kind of coaching them up. They're kind of learning a little bit about it. And when you feel this, you're feeling these spikes, and it's setting off the emotions in the body. And it must change. This outer world must change, because it's not a vibrational match. And it must change. Otherwise, there's no point in us being here anymore, right? I did a full video on this. Sam Smith, thank you so much. 999. It must end. It's over. 999. Happy Friday. Love you, fam. I love you, Sam. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for that. And chosen to be different. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. How do I deal with the quickening of time? Yeah, I've been sharing about this. I'm 34. Feel like I've never have enough time. You know what? The quickening is a real thing. That's why people must get, or don't listen to me. You don't have to do anything. You could be miserable your whole life. This is why you got to get into your heart space. You have to be a warrior, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. There is something that you have to fight. You must be a warrior. I'm not saying that it's easy. The time is speeding up. A lot of it. So all of a sudden it's gone. So you have to operate differently in this life. The whole operating system is different. If you're still going with your old subconscious programs that your parents gave you, your people gave you, or what you think in your brain, and if you're not following your heart, it's going to be just going to keep getting tougher. Okay? You could click the like button if it resonates, leave a comment so that others that are watching, maybe for the first time, they're reading the community's comments. It's such a potent time period right now, and people need this message. It's not a joke what's happening. See? I love the birds. I'll let the birds talk for me. There's a lot of pain involved when your destiny is held back, when there's walls up around love, and you're just sitting there, and you know, so many people are feeling this. It's a massive shift. It's not easy, but if you know this, it gives you the strength to carry through every single time. It must be a total pruning. It must be the threshing floor. It is your subconscious. It is your nervous system. That's why you ever hear the term nervous breakdown? Oh, I'm having a nervous breakdown. It's your nervous system reset, because your nervous system, okay, you got to click subscribe. Okay, you got to learn this. Your nervous system is that is what's creating the reality, not the thoughts in the brain. It is the nervous system. In this electric universe, right? Aren't our nerves sending electrical pulses, right? You learn deep stuff on this channel. It's all about achieving this dominant frequency, okay? And if you could hold your attention, if this is resonating, you focus your attention. Okay, I keep saying it. You have to hold it for a sustained period of time. Okay? Jeffrey, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm very grateful. Brent the Bandit Man, new light worker. I love you, Jeffrey. Thank you. I'm so grateful for that. Every cell of your body, you have trillions of cells, 1.4 volts. You have trillions of volts of electricity. And that energy is known as chi, for those that have heard that term, okay? Every cell vibrates at the frequency of the dominant feeling that's broadcasting into the field. From that, it is going to organize the reality experience, okay? You could hit lightning bolts if you feel this right now. If your heart feels like it's way overwhelming, too much. So I'm giving you, it's right here. Okay? Every cell of your body is going to vibrate at the frequency of the dominant feeling. What is your dominant feeling? So once it changes, it's overwhelming. It is an overwhelming feeling. So your dominant feeling is now going to change the broadcast that is going into the field. So now you have this, but the residue is not a match. It is overwhelming to the body. The nervous, it's an overwhelming time period. Okay, you know, it's like there's so much walking involved, right? There's so much barefoot walking on the beach that I've been doing. Maybe it calls you to do that as well. You have to ground in the energies at this time. Okay, and praying is important because this is the truth. You know, this world has been held back. It is held back. It must be released, and it is free will. But we have to pray that through this energy that is coursing in right now, the fear will be taken out of people's hearts, so that divine connections can happen, and that is actually how the world changes. Okay, and you have to realize this. Okay, at a psychological level, and this is why it's sad. It's sad that there's no love in this world, but we can bring unconditional love back if we understand this at a psychological level. Any substantial change is a threat to survival. It has appeared as a threat to survival, even if the change is a great improvement. This is where self-sabotage comes into play. You know, I go about my journey, I teach here, and some people, you know, over the years, I say, oh, you're self-sabotaging, and I'm giving them the truth, and they get so angry. All right, but people self-sabotage love. People self-sabotage their wealth. All right, you got to realize you're worthy. It's a difficult thing to do, and that's why when you pray for someone else, or pray for the counterpart of someone else, that God, through this energy, will take the fear out of there, because that's all it is. You have to get this, understand this, okay? There's people, there's been like things, like a person like writes like a whole book, you know, and right before they're about to, they just freak out and they delete it. This happens, okay? So you have the love of your life in front of you, and you're sabotaging it, okay? There's nothing you could do, bro. You can never run after her. She has to overcome it herself. And that's why this world will fail if this fear doesn't leave. It is at a subconscious, psychologically, she is identifying you as a threat. Do you get it? There's a lot of, we have to all, at this time, we're praying that the fear is leaving the hearts, because otherwise this game ends. I'm just leaving a message. We're at a stalemate, so it's either stays or the game ends. In order to go forward, okay, click the like button if this resonates. Hit the hearts in the chat. Otherwise, it's at a stalemate. Otherwise, we can't move forward. We have to pray every day that that fear leaves the hearts, so that true divine connections can happen, so that the pathway to true vocations in life can happen. And if you're hearing this, this is where you have to be a warrior, kid. You got to be a warrior, which I did. Okay, you click subscribe, you watch about my journey. So there's going to come this place where you get to the fear. So that moment where you overcome it, that you get in the car, that you send the text message. These are all easy things, but the simplest things in life, it is a simple thing. And from that, then all of a sudden, your life changes. But you're at a psychological level. Your nervous system is regarding this change as a great threat. Okay? Even though it's a great improvement, okay? Oh my God, there's a man that could actually, do everything. It's everything I ever wanted, right? And then you just put an angry face on and pretend that's not real. Oh, here's the work, and then they delete their they wrote this whole book, right? I've seen some of these examples. You have to, and we all have to be in alignment. Jeffrey, thank you so much for the super chat. Brent the Bankman, welcome new light worker. I appreciate you, Jeffrey. Appreciate Brent. All right, I appreciate everyone. Yeah, Claire's writing, nervous system has taken a massive hit. Okay, it's all. Click subscribe. This is all the nervous system. You're looking at the Schumann Resonance. You always see electric bolts and all this. So this is what it is. This is how it feels. But the problem in the world is what your Uncle Mike's here to teach you. The people tell you, shove down your emotions, disregard your emotions. That's why you fail. You fail at relationships. You fail at your job because you're doing this stuff at the brain. You're not going from the heart space. Okay, now we have to use rational thought to navigate this world. So this is called heart-brain coherence. And this is what we have to achieve. The second we have heart-brain coherence, the whole world changes. It sounds simple, but the simplest things in life are so difficult. And, living through it, and, it's got to come from a supernatural place. I've watched God move. I watched the hand of God move supernaturally before. So I know it could be done again. And these things must be done in order for us to go to the next. Otherwise, there's nothing you could do. So that's why it's important. That's why it's important to do your good karma deeds, praying for one another, praying that, people could actually experience truthful love, truthful connections, truthful alignment in their work, and not constantly being sabotaged, constantly they just getting by just to pay the bills. A lot of people, and even like simple things too. The eggs are expensive. It is what it is. Everything is up, right? Everything, right? I mean, I teach everyday life stuff. You know, I just had to get an oil change. Like it's ridiculous how much everything, you know. So now everything. So now our energy, our currency has to exponentially increase. Our love has to exponentially increase because we're not participating in the old timeline anymore. Do you understand this at a deep level? Some people get it, some people don't. That's fine. You just hey, listen, take the journey. There were things I didn't get 7 years ago. I get them now. Okay, I'm just giving you the truth. All right. You're not participating on the old timeline. You're not participating on the old timeline where you attracted, you know, not the greatest of guys, not the greatest of gals, okay? But you have to have that deep connection. And your soul knows this, your heart knows this. And you have to know how to stay away from distractions. You have to know how to sort. God knows how to sort. You need to know how to sort. And that's how we sort. We sort through situations, situationships, okay? And feeling like you might have been numb, but your nervous system is picking up your surroundings. That's why so many people, we're all in a different stage of our everyday life. So you might have to make the move now. You might have to, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's very overwhelming, even for me. I'm grateful for your prayers. I don't know how much more I could take. Just being honest. And you get to the play. I'm just being honest. What's the point of me being here anymore? Everything has to be released. Everything has to be released. Fran, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm very grateful. Everything has to be released. And you have to be focused. You know. No one else knows, especially if you're the divine masculine. You know. You know the direction. You put it in. This is what I do. Did you watch my video to wrestle with God? I did a few of them. Put it right in God's hands. Go out on the beach. Speak it into the Akashic records. This is what my heart. Can't interact with fake stuff, can't live a fake life no more, can't win with them, can't do it. Mike Singletary was right. You can't win with them, you can't win with fake stuff. You got to go from the heart space real fast. Sharon, thank you so much for the super chat. I love you, Sharon. I'm so grateful for you being here since the beginning. You keep me going, Sharon. I love you. I'm so great. It's not an easy journey, Sharon. All right, but you know, God needs to understand that if this work needs to continue, then the true love, it's like a secondary sun. It's like an inexhaustible source, especially for men. Men need to be inspired. Men don't need to be depressed. Men need to get the connection that is going to inspire them. Men need to be in that alignment with their job, respected at their job. It's a massive shift, and that's what we're feeling this from the heart space. And they tell you, shove it down. How you doing? I got through my plan. They tell you to shove it down. Disregard the feelings and emotions. All right. And I'm because we're basically at the end, so I'm just giving everything. It's feelings and emotions that drive us. I appreciate that, M. Parker. Yeah, everyone shared this today. It's going to help other people. Feelings and emotions drive us. And you know, we have to be in alignment and get to that place. You know, the strongest men that I know, they're full of love. They're absolutely full of love. You know, and you know, we've all had to put on this hard exterior shell for us to navigate, especially post 2020. But we say that's enough, and we tell God that to release our people through this energy. It has been done before. We saw it happen in 2023. The total collapse. You were on that fake timeline, right? I was, and in one moment, everything that was fake collapsed and fell off the timeline. Now, in a moment, okay, in a moment, the real could come right into your timeline. And you could watch it. You could watch it right in front of your face, and you could see it through the ice wall. It's right there. It's right there. And how much more can the heart take? And you might start to realize things in this past year. This was the 999 year. So your old life, there's things you never, there was things I never realized. So, you know, it's important that we all pray for one another, and utilizing the authentic energies. Yeah, you gotta. That's why we have to go from the heart space, Midge, and that's how you go from the NPC mode to the creator mode. Some people are just living their life off the programs. Or are you creating from the heart space? I'm telling you right now, I know it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. And again, it's just one thing changes everything. One. It's a one of one. I told you. And the more you narrow it down, it gets very narrow. So that's why it gets very difficult. And then you can't go back to other things. And you know the answer. So you have to totally put it in God's hands till it's released. You know, I've been connecting with a good friend of mine, 1,000 miles away. And we all feel this, both of us, you know, talking throughout the day, feeling it in different parts of the 8 dimensions of our life. And, you know, I reflect on, you know, back in 2020 when I used to take hikes with you, brother. Those were great days, and the pain that you have been through, the pain that I have been through, you know, and you have to say, how much more can you take? We're not okay with constantly living this loop anymore. In order for us to actually build new earth, the kingdom of heaven, okay, things must be released, and you know, that's why we're feeling it. We're feeling it in the nervous system. And you will know people. You know, it's funny. You know, we when the lockdown happened, we had a mutual friend that we went to his wedding, and you could feel in the ether how the world changed, and we were there, and you know, that's where the remembrance. You know, just we knew something eerie was up. And, you know, from that point, it's been a very interesting journey since that point of 2020. And these are the little parts I'll never forget. Almost like every day in 2020, I remember. Do you? That's how it's etched. It's so powerful. And, you know, it just like watching you walk, and I was walking, and there was like a deep remembrance of doing this before and serving, and the warrior aspects that we have. And this is not done with spoken word, it's done by feelings. You will recognize people from your past lives, your soul family, you know, people that you maybe served side by side with. And that's the problem when it comes to true connections. People disregard these things. So you have to get into that heart space and not self-sabotage. And it is difficult because it is the natural way of what the nervous system does. And If you, this is where, so this is free will is part of this. And, everything up to here I've done through free will. But then you get to the point where you are just flushed against that. I told you can't push the wall, right? Mr. D Straw, Mr. D can't push that wall. God has to move that wall, and God has to move it now. And you can't move it. God could do it, boom, in a second. So that's how it is put in God's hands, and our people are suffering right now. It's overwhelming right now. We could ask, how much longer is this going to go on for? Reading all the comments on Facebook yesterday, so many people feeling it right now. All right, talking to my friends. Cosmic Dreams. Oh, I'm so grateful, Cosmic Dreams. Wow, this is super good. Love it. Love you, Brother Mike. I love you, Cosmic Dreams. Is this a cosmic dream? I love you. Thank you so much for that. Sometimes I feel, certain things this year, every year. So once we got to 2020, the things started getting weird. And now it's like even weirder. And I know in my heart, but like I'm sharp. Are you sharp? Hey, how you doing? Is your pineal gland decalcified? Do you see the deeper picture of life? Are you focused like never before? You could click subscribe. I could help you get your clairs up, kid. Get your clairs up, bro. It's not just about lifting weights. I do it all here, okay? You got to be sharp. That's why I'm sharp. I remember things, and I know the meaning of things. I identify my soul brothers that maybe we served in many lifetimes. Oh yeah. And we have to, and not only is it for ourselves, you have to think about our brothers that are suffering. I've shared videos on this. Especially the divine masculine that has never been heard. And that's what I have been sitting with for basically this entire year. I appreciate if you click the like button so people hear this. Love could have been formed. Things could have been changed, but my voice wasn't heard. It's a terrible feeling. You're not angry at anyone. You just take it straight to God. When your voice isn't heard, when there's no communication, this is never going to change. I give you the immutable truths of the universe. It's all about communication. And that communication needs to be established now. Now. It is a terrible feeling to feel when you're not heard. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing you can do. And you can't. You will be put on the threshing floor. That's how God teaches you, because you have to feel other people and their pain. You can't. You never get angry at your brothers or sisters, or maybe your divine counterpart. How can you ever get angry at her? You go straight to God and push against God. Do you get it? It's not her fault. They got fear, I've seen this with friends over the years too. Everyone had a tough time. We're leaving one world and we're going to another. Do you know the trauma that people have? I got a lot of guy friends. Many are watching right now. I know the trauma that you've had. I understand it deeply. I've learned a lot through my sauna chats. I haven't been in the sauna in a while. Right now is the time. See, I do a lot of things according. Okay, again, click subscribe, click the like so people hear this. I teach all the things that I do. So I listen. So that there's a time period I go to the sauna a lot. Right now, I am called to walk barefoot and logging in hours a day. It's true. I was doing, it's like it's upping. So I was doing one, now I'm doing two a days, right? You're doing 2 a days of walking. But again, our lives, this is not a do forever, okay? Our lives is not to do this forever. It is to get the work done and move on. It's time to move on. Everyone write in the chat, move on and pray it. Maybe God will hear it today in this energy. I know I'm not the only one feeling it. All of you were commenting on Facebook last night. Hit me up on Facebook. Everyone's feeling it. And hit 100 plus. God will find a way to move you. That mouth's going to open up. When you feel the pain so deep, that mouth is going to open up. Those words are going to come out. But it's the energy behind the words. It's the energy behind the words, not just words to be words. So, I don't know. It's been quite the journey. I've come to terms that, you make preparations for the alternate timelines moving forward, because only God could release that. It is, and if you ever go through this and you see supernatural, you're going to see it. There's nothing that you could do. I'm telling you this. Okay? There's nothing that you could do. So now it's in God's hands, and then we have to come to terms with things. The art of letting go is a real thing. I know, Irina. I know. But listen, we all make our decisions. And again, it wasn't your fault years ago when you ran away. I appreciate you sharing it, because the world needs to hear that. This is always wash, rinse, repeat. How do you know all these things? Oh, are you a prophet? It's a subconscious program. It happens 95% of the time. Runners will always run from divine true love. It's always the same thing. Okay, you click subscribe, you share the channel. It's that's how it's a program. It's a program. Did you hear I used to play the trumpet, Sharon. Hi, I'm Michael, and I play the trumpet. It's true. Yeah. Maybe I'll play it one day for everyone. That'll be fun. It'll be fun, they said. Go to Earth, they said. Come on down. It'll be fun. It's so much fun. And so many people, they feel this urge that they want to go home, but it's to achieve heaven on earth. The simplest thing, if you are a person that's wired like me, it is the simplest things in life, and the best things in life, the most sacred things in life are free. Free. Did you watch my video from the other day? Oh, it was a very truthful video. That video will pop up at the end of this live stream. It will be in the pinned comment. That is a lesson. It will never change for all eternity. You should watch it, save it in your favorites, right? Get it out to the people. It will never change. Never. Never. The consciousness scale is always got, some of you know David R. Hawkins. That consciousness scale is it's on point, baby. You got to get out of those lower frequencies, the fear, the guilt, the shame. You got to get out of it. You got to get up to the heart space. You got to get up to the heart space, and then through you have to. That's why you pray for other people. You pray that they can get into their heart space. Otherwise, this world is going to be finished soon. I'm just a messenger now. More and more, it's time to let go, because there's nothing else we have to have. We must have. We are worthy of this new reality that you cannot I know it. So it must change. You cannot build the kingdom of God in the old frequency. It cannot be done. Oh, you want to build a building? Okay. You need bricks to build that building. It's all got to be released now. Otherwise, it is not a forever thing, because waiting brings on more waiting. That's why everyone is you're feeling it in your heart. You're feeling, you can't sleep. It was rough. It was a rough one last night trying to fall asleep. Usually I fall asleep in 3 minutes. That was not the case last night. It's true. If you felt that as well, you could comment down below. We're all feeling this, and I'm grateful for all of you. You know, we'll see. You know, it's almost over. You know, it's a paradox of this reality. It really is. It's paradox. It's paradoxal. You know, I appreciate the kind words, April. A lot of people will never understand this journey. And it took the simplest thing to make the pain end. The simplest thing. The simplest thing. So maybe someone's watching this. It's just the fear you have to overcome. It's your nervous system. It's not you. That's the truth. It's your nervous system. It's not you. It's coming from the old subconscious, the old version of you. I did full videos on this if you're new, or maybe you're just starting to watch right now. The old version of yourself, and you could end it. It takes one. It's one moment. Like when I did my first video. Ooh, I was scary. Ooh, scary. But I did my first video. That was the quantum event. So sometimes you could say, put out your work, go to your boss, make the move, or simply don't run from love. They're simple things. But from the subconscious, it's near impossible. That's why you have to have supernatural energies coming in, because it's like passing through the eye of the needle. Okay? And, you know, I've done things, and, you know, all we could do is pray that other people will realize it's now their turn. And when you do these things, then all of a sudden, through a positive feedback loop, this whole world and reality improves. So I love each and every one of you. I know this video is going to help a lot of people, as the energies are very high. So very grateful. Before I get off, if you could click the like button, click subscribe if you haven't. We do daily videos 9 a.m. Eastern time to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Oh, Dee, I think a great class today, Michael. I appreciate that, Dee. I appreciate everyone. There'll be more posts on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook. We're growing like never before. Check out the video that will pop up at the end. It'll also be at the pinned comment. It will change your life, and that lesson will never change. It'll never change. Nope. So I love you all. Stay focused. Do what you can to manage these energies. There are many videos that I put out in the past week. You could go to the channel page. Okay, check out the channel page. Check out those videos. Check out some of the YouTube shorts. They will help you, and they're kind of short. I love you guys very much. Appreciate Jane, all the positive energies, positive love energy. Otherwise, this game's about to end. I did what I could do. I love you guys. Bye for now.